What up, gangsters, Braveheart men? I just lit my sage and there's smoke everywhere. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but that's what's going on. No fire, just strong sage. My name's Travis, faithful and brave. I resonate with the mature oak tree, offering my strength and my stability to those in my domain. Checking in from the Hemingway house Sunday night for a ManTalk Monday share on wholeheartedness. And I love this topic for me. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram, if that means anything to you. My journey in wholeheartedness began in a house where we didn't really have language of the heart. Amazing Christian parents, one of which worked for the church, came from a ranching and farming background in Texas, multi-generation. There was not much language of the heart, and the feelings I was taught to express by demonstration were toughness, if that's a feeling, happiness, tenderness, and anger. And because I had anger shown towards me when I would make a mistake, and I'm so tender, I chose never to release my anger upon the world, which allowed me to develop this calm, cool, and control muscle, which served me well in my job in the military, but has not served me well in the rest of my relationships, not expressing my healthy anger. So I started with a stunted growth in wholeheartedness. I probably couldn't even express what my heart was or what I desired. I didn't feel like I had a voice in my home. It was just be the good older brother and don't bring bad news to the family. So that's where I started from. I have really enjoyed my journey of the heart. It's come through a lot of pain and work that God's invited me into with Him and with creativity and good men over the last 20 years. 12 years. And so I wanted to maybe just talk a little bit about my journey of wholeheartedness, where I struggle still, what makes my heart feel whole and alive, and then echo those questions back to you as you listen to this talk, whenever you do. I started out understanding the heart in 4 different levels in a very intellectual way of like rational heart, vocational, deep desires for like beauty or to hear well done. But it was all very general. There was nothing super specific about my heart as Travis Shepard, the one and only. And I think that's why Michael's work in Braveheart and what God's doing through Braveheart has been such a significant voice to me in the last 5 or 6 years. Unpacking really who is Travis and what makes my heart come alive. I've come to realize I'm really what did I write? I love to see and taste and explore. I love to get in the mix. I love weather and love to be outside. Actually, I opened up the door. I'm in the Hemingway house, and I opened up the door so I could like hear the sounds of the sunset, just to help me get in touch more with my heart. And so I think one of the ways now, knowing my heart, that I'm at my worst is when I over taste or overindulge and almost demand too much from the experience in a broken world where I'm built for another place. And on the flip side, one of my strengths is when I'm really in the flow of those things. And recently it's been the flow of the mystery of what God's doing and trying to see his fingerprints around me. Recently it's been, I have a little garden on the backside of this camera that God has been daily, as I've like worked it or watered it or actually now harvesting, reminding me how much I love the earth in my fingernails and why that's important to me. And I think because smoke is big, sorry. Not on fire, it's just sage. I feel wholehearted when three things kind of come together for me, and this is very practical, not deep. When my sleep and my sweat and the food I put in my body, food and drink, are all in alignment. So when those three things are aligned, I am so much more connected to my heart and aware of my role in the larger story and what I offer, sleep, sweat, and food. So yeah, that's where I feel really strong and wholehearted. And then I made a note. I also feel really alive in a dynamic environment. So I love ice climbing, climbing frozen waterfalls, because the ice is constantly changing throughout the day as the sun or the temperature changes, and you're reading routes and making decisions based on new information, compared to rock climbing where the route never changes in hundreds of years unless something catastrophic happens. I love working in a dynamic environment while I'm dancing with the mystery of what God is doing, that the more I get on this rabbit trail, like the deeper and more beautiful it is. And so yeah, I love a dynamic environment. When I'm not wholehearted, I deceive myself first. I lie to myself first, and then I don't check in with my inner circle about where things are at. I'm really good about hiding and deceiving where I'm at to great cost. And so that's one of the questions I have to ask myself as a single dude is where am I, where am I lying to myself about? Okay, so this is my first time on a ManTalk Monday too. Just riff it off, first take and done, one and done. And the questions I want to leave you with are what movies do you watch or books do you read where you feel the most alive? And then my second question is, as you go about your day, is there something that you might have been deceiving yourself about that is like really hard to look at, and so maybe you're just not looking at it because you know it's tough, and just to be curious with yourself around that thing. And cheers, men of Braveheart, to living more wholehearted. I feel my spine straightening as I say that, and being more integrated in our bodies, in our brains, in our heart, on our soul, and to the good fight. Okay, later.